Oh,
Well,
Oh,
John Laurinaitis.
Oh my God!
John
What a
Laurinaitis
segue!
and Brock
a
Lesnar.
former
McMahon.
employee
Segue of the
of
century.
A former employee of WWE has sued founder Vince McMahon, alleging he abused and sexually exploited her when he was CEO of a wrestling entertainment company, and that McMahon allegedly exploited her and trafficked her to other men as a
Yikes!
pawn to secure talent deals with
Yikes!
prospective wrestlers they were recruiting.
All right.
See, that's
And-
crazy. Brock
Yikes.
Lesnar and John Laurinaitis, who is
Yep,
actually
they
John
were named.
Cena's father-in-law. They say they're part of the whole thing, so it's kind of crazy.
Man,
I don't know.
hope that woman gets justice if it's true.
If it is true, you know what? This is the second time Vince McMahon something come up with Vince McMahon. So hush money
gotta-
and all that crazy stuff.
You gotta
Oh, there's
how many
text?
how
Holy
many
shit.
NDAs are out there with women that he's allegedly assaulted, abused, or it's insane.
Zeno. Everyone's
From what I
exploding
from
wrestling,
one of the allegations was during a work day she was forced to have sex while her co-workers were around,
yikes!
in her
Disavow.
office, and I seen people say that, she could have just said no. No, he's management.
What?
She was entry level. Come on.
Power dynamic. thing
Yes.
people talk about.
and you wonder how he got away with it. I mean, with all the
I
witnesses
mean,
and
it's
everybody knowing.
Vince McMahon.
It's Vince
Yeah.
McMahon.
He owns the building that it happened in, probably.
Doesn't change the
the
fact that the
air.
man's still trash.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. If this is true, specifically, I'm not a wrestling guy, so I don't know his history or anything like that. Apparently,
He was a
he's always-
trash human being anyway.
He has a horrible freaking history.
oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Dana White ain't much better.
Dana White, I do follow, and he does seem like a bit of a dirtbag.
He's definitely a
Sure.
dirtbag.
Sure.
When you have when somebody comes out with something like this, there's usually some truth behind it. You don't just come out, let's want to make a name for you. You want to make a name for yourself and try to get something out of it. But when a woman comes out with something like that, there's some truth to it. But then again, think about it. She probably, there's three sides to every story. Her side.
Well,
their
this
side,
this
their
is
truth.
it's not the first time this is
I know,
alleged.
But you see now that all that stuff that's coming out now because there's the new law now that women, she probably agreed to it. Now she feels like shit that she got it. It happened, and now she wants to-
probably.
It happened.
Have you seen some of those behind the wrestling shows?
Yeah.
The way they treated these wrestlers like gods. So I wouldn't put it past them to do stuff to women like this.
The steroids that was used back in the 80s when they had the whole bodybuilding thing that was combined with back in the late 80s, and then McMahon tried to clean house and say everybody has to be natural, stuff like that. So a lot of shit going on. Coke, drugs. They always found the wrestlers with a lot of coke and drug paraphernalia in their cars and stuff like that. It's crazy. A lot of stuff going on.
Okay.
Did you guys ever watch the show Dark Side of the Ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these backstories are freaking horrible.
I know, it's crazy.
Especially when they were wrestling on the independent circuits, going around country. It was insane. People were getting killed.
The movie The Iron Claw came out recently about the Von Erichs, and I actually met the Von Erichs and knew them sort of well when I was a younger guy because my dad ran a ranch down here in Texas, and their dad used to buy livestock from my dad, so I got to know them a little bit. And that movie was hard to watch for me because they were, there was problems in that family. Obviously, most of them caused by their dad, but they were some good guys. And it's kind of a hard watch, that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's the Salvador Dali Vince McMahon picture?
Yeah. Well, back in the day, they didn't take concussion serious, man. And a lot of the head blows that people got, man, they fucked up their heads, man.
Yeah, but if you know how the Von Erichs all, the whole thing went with that family, it was just
Yeah.
Is that Russell Crowe?
Concussion.
It's Russell Crowe.
Little concussion never hurt nobody.
That mustache is a meme by itself.
That's funny, man.
You know,
It's like Salvador Dali.
Yeah.
you don't know if these allegations are true. This has been going on for decades.
Well, you know what the sad thing is? If it's true, the trickle effect of who else was involved goes down the line, man. So and that's going to be big because it's like the Epstein Island files that you find out who was on Epstein Island. You know,
Oh, my lord.
The list came out and nobody cared.
Yeah.
Not the
Move on.
list.
Was Vince McMahon on that list?
Yeah.
Was he?
He created the list.
Yeah.
It's his handwriting.
You know, the whole thing with
He
that
was
Epstein
the real
list,
mastermind.
the whole thing with that
It was
Epstein
me,
list,
Austin. Me.
we definitely know. You know, somebody had to have tried to actively, push that under the rocks because lots of people wanted to know the names on that list, and we were told, "Oh, we're going to hear at least 250 of them," and still nothing. You know,
Man,
still nothing.
Big man.
Man's Vic man.
You know, this will whatever unless the records are made public in a court hearing, if it goes to court, we'll never know if it's true or not.
No, most likely what this man will do is sweep it under the rug, pay it off, and move on.
Well, let's see. I don't know, man. I think if this is true, I think this is going to have a lasting effect. I think they eventually, they're going to open the door. They're going to clean house.
Well,
I think now that the partnership with Endeavor, the UFC, I think they want to clean out. I think they want to get rid of McMahon anyway. I think McMahon that's they've been trying to smatter there for the longest time. They came together and they definitely was looking to get rid of Vince McMahon. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
next up,